Hi everyone, I wanted to make a short video to just give you a quick overview of the Moodle shell for this course so you can familiarize yourself with it before we jump into doing the actual work and assignments. So in order to access Moodle, I know many of you have accessed Moodle several times, but if you're new to Moodle, then you're going to start by coming to sbcc.edu and you're clicking on the pipeline account. So this video is just opening up on our pipeline login page. So I'm going to log in to pipeline. And once I log into pipeline, mine of course looks a little bit different than yours. I have a tab here called Teach. I believe yours says Learn. So you're going to click on that and you will be able to access Moodle over on the left-hand side. So once you come into Moodle, you're going to see a list of all of the courses that you're signed up for here. These, for me, are the courses that I'm teaching. And you also have access historically to courses from previous semesters. So when you come to the class, you're going to want to select our class, which is this Marketing 101 Spring 2014 Online. And you need to click on this to actually get into the course shell. So this is our Moodle course shell. It's where we'll be spending the majority of our time together throughout the semester. And I just wanted to give you a high-level overview of some important elements within the shell. So the first thing is that over here at the very top, in this first block, is where you're going to find all of your important course documents and course forums. So up here in the active forums are some forums that will run throughout the semester that allow us to communicate with each other. The first one is the announcements forum, and this is how I will reach you throughout the semester. So if I have an update or an information that I need to send to the entire class, it will go here in the announcements. There are some settings that you may need to do inside of your Moodle shell in order to be notified when there are new announcements. This forum here is the questions forum. So instead of emailing me, please post your questions here in this forum. And what this allows us to do is to collect a running list of questions that students have in order to build a knowledge base. So if you have a question, you should be able to come to this forum, check to see if anyone else has asked that question, and if not, you can post it and I'll answer it publicly so that the rest of the students can take advantage of it. Moving down are the course documents, our syllabus for the course, and I've also created a video that is a slide presentation of the information found in the syllabus. And it goes over some additional information about my expectations for each of the different elements of the class. So I definitely encourage that you watch the video and print and review the syllabus. Here I have an area where you can submit an extra credit assignment. I offer an extra credit assignment, only one throughout the semester, but it could raise your grade an entire letter grade. So I highly, highly recommend that you take advantage of it. You can kind of think of this as insurance to ensure that, no matter what happens in the rest of the semester, you have something that could bolster your grade up. The assignment is basically a book report, and if you click into here, you should be able to see more information about it as well as how to submit the information. Some other resources I have here for you that you can come back and refer to are this Moodle introductory video, which is the video that you're watching now. Here is Moodle support, which will display for you the phone number and email address of the Moodle support team at Santa Barbara City College. Since I'm not the technical expert on Moodle, all technical questions should be directed here. This next link is a link to my marketing students Facebook group. So I have a group on Facebook for all of my current and former students to join. I highly recommend you join it. It allows all of us to stay in touch with each other once the semester ends, and it's also a great way to hear about the news that other students are reading about and posting about and topics that we're discussing in class. So if you have a Facebook page, I recommend you join this group. This is a little joke for everybody to laugh at, and since we're an online class, this pet peeve does not apply, but go ahead and you can go ahead and take a look at that anyway. Here is information about my office hours. So because this is an online class, I hold office hours via a conference call bridge. So there's a phone number and an access code that you can dial into Wednesdays, Pacific time, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., and we can all join that call and discuss questions that are coming up in the class, or have a lively conversation about what's going on in the world of marketing. So again, if you're interested in getting a lot out of this class, I definitely recommend you join that conference call. Here is information for disabled students. If you are part of the DSPS program, please review that information so you can get me the official paperwork. And then finally, in this top section is an orientation quiz. This quiz isn't graded, but it's designed to give you an idea of what the quizzes will be like when you take the reading quizzes and when you take the midterm or the final exam. So I recommend you play around with that, make sure the settings in your computer are right, make sure you understand how the quizzing system via Moodle works. I'm going to switch really quickly to, is it going to let me do it? I'm going to switch to student here, just so that's a little bit more of an accurate view about what you see. The last thing I want to go over is, what happens once the course begins. So every week, you're basically assigned one chapter's worth of information out of your textbook. This chapter unit will open and it'll close a week later. It'll open on a Monday and it'll close on a Sunday at 11:59 p.m. or midnight. And you have the entire week to review the information and complete the assignments. So every week you'll see the topic, the chapter, when it opens, and when it closes. Everything is due by this date, so that's an important date to note on your calendars. Here you have a photo of the chapter of the book, just so for some visual confirmation that we're all in the right spot. And then underneath it, I will link to additional resources that you may require to review the information in the book and what your assignments are. So typically in the resources section, you'll see that the textbook chapter is a resource for you, as are the PowerPoint slides that you can download. Sometimes I will additionally post a video if there's a required video to watch, or additional reading if there's other articles that I feel like it's important for you to read. But you'll always have the chapter and the PowerPoint slides. And then underneath it are the assignments. And every week you'll have a reading quiz, which is 10 questions of multiple choice that come from the reading, and a forum discussion to complete. And again, the forum discussions require you to respond to the prompt and also to respond to a fellow student. So that's a brief overview of our shell. There's quite a lot of other elements that are included here in Moodle, including the ability to see your grades when those pop up. And I'll post additional tutorial videos as they're necessary, but take some time to familiarize yourself with these documents here and the remaining of our shell, since this will be our classroom for the semester.